Hey guys, Justin here with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at the Raptor BSD style LED taillights fitting all 2015 through 2020 F-150s equipped with factory halogen taillights. Now, you should be considering these Raptor BSD style tails if the factory halogen lights in your F-150 have just seen better days and you'd like to consider a subtle upgrade in the form of the brighter LED lighting while still holding on to that factory styling, but with a dash of aggressiveness thrown in thanks to the darker smoked red lenses. So in the land of aftermarket taillights, I would say the options that we have on the table here today are going to be one of your safest bets in delivering something that is an upgrade in regards to brighter LED lighting, but more importantly are going to stick to that factory look or factory design without going too crazy, wild, or over the top, which, let's face it guys, can happen quite a bit here in the category. Now, I really dig these, even more so than the stockers in my opinion, because yes, you are getting that LED lighting upgrade, but the fact that you're also getting the darker smoked red lenses, they're kind of lending themselves to a different or aftermarket look, but again, without being too wild or over the top. Lastly, I really dig the fact that you're getting that diffused LED ring around the taillights, like the more premium options for this particular generation, and that's something a lot of the halogen trucks missed out on. So again, you're getting a more premium look here, a little bit more of an aggressive look, and it's all going to be plug and play. Construction is going to be on par with the factory lights in a lot of different ways, including things like the black ABS plastic housing, which is then topped off with that dark smoked red and clear lens, polycarbonate lens, sealed up nice and tight to prevent any moisture or condensation from building up over time. All of the LED lighting is already included for you. There's nothing to transfer over, there's nothing to install, and these lights do include the necessary harnesses to install easily, making for a pretty simple plug and play job. And we'll show you more on that here in a little bit. Now, these lights have been designed using OEM Ford CAD data, and that's just done to help ensure a perfect factory-like fit. And finally, guys, they are given the DOT and SAE stamp of approval, which does make them legal for use in all 50 states. Now, coming in at or around that $500 price point for the pair does put these on the slightly higher side of the pricing spectrum when talking about an OE styled taillight. Now, keep in mind you are getting a full LED option here, guys, so that is certainly going to add to the price point at the end of the day. And just know if you wanted to simply refresh your stock taillights, you don't need or want the LEDs, well, you can absolutely find some more affordable options back on the site. Regardless, I would encourage everybody to check out the rest of our selection here at AT before making your final decision, because we do have something for just about every budget out there. All right, last but not least, let's get into the installation, and the site is going to call this a soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you 2 hours at absolute most from start to finish, and that is if you're really taking your time. But now to give you a better idea of how this might go down in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet and an 8mm socket. What's up guys? Today we're installing a set of taillights on our F-150, so let's get started. So to remove our factory taillights, we're just gonna pop our tailgate down to reveal our 2 8mm bolts. We'll take an 8mm socket to remove these two, and then we can pull it straight back and disconnect our electrical connectors. And now with that popped out, we're just gonna press in on the tab to disconnect our connector, and then you can do that same thing on the other side. So now we're ready to install our new taillights. Now before we do that, it's important to note that if you have a 15 to 17 F-150 with the factory halogen taillights, you're gonna have to use this adapter harness. Now ours is a 2018, so we just have that single connector instead of the 2 connectors, so we won't be needing this. So on the back of our taillight, we have that single connector that's just gonna plug into our body harness. And then we also have one for this resistor. So we'll plug that in, and then we can tuck this back into the hole to keep that out of the way. And then we'll plug that connector in, and then tuck all your wires back, and then line up and install your taillight. And then you can take your 2 screws, thread them into the side, and run them in with an 8mm socket. And then do that same thing on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Raptor BSD style LED taillights with chrome housing, red smoked lens for your 2015 to 20 F-150 with factory halogen taillights. Thank you for watching, and for all things F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.